let's make some new sounds. Hey, what's up? Husman here, and today we're gonna focus on an uplifting trance lead or an uplifting trance saw. At first glance it might look a little bit like a super saw, but it has a little bit of a twist because with uplifting trance there's a lot of short notes going on, at least in the sound that we're gonna make today. It's a little bit of an arpeggiated melody, which is actually not just a simple arpeggio but also a melody on top. And there are a lot of 16th notes that we're gonna utilize. So this is the melody that we're gonna start with. And you can already hear it, we need to do some work on this. So first thing that we're gonna do, we're actually gonna use 3 oscillators. 2 oscillators will be just saw waves and we're gonna detune them a little bit different from each other so we get a better blend. And then we're gonna pan one to the left and one to the right. Now, I personally don't do hard panning ever. Now, I haven't looked into this as much, but the way I see it is that, at least I believe, that when you hear a sound from your left side, it bleeds still a bit over to your right side. So it's, as a human, at least I think, you can't hear a sound just at one side, which makes it sound a little bit artificial. So that's my theory and I'm sticking with it. So let's not do it hard panning, but just a little bit less so you get a more balanced sound. And if somebody knows if this is true, please let me know below so I don't have to tell fake facts to you all. Now, next what we're gonna do, we're gonna increase the voice count to 8 voices for both the oscillators. And that's basically what we're gonna do with the first 2 oscillators. Now, the third oscillator, which is on the B side of Sylenth1, is a noise oscillator. We're gonna make the volume not as loud because we don't want the noise to be the loudest part of this sound, but just increase it a little bit. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna look into the amp envelope, we're gonna look into the attack, decay, sustain, release, and we're basically gonna make it somewhat of a plug with no attack, with a bit of decay, less sustain, and a bit of release. Play around with this, whatever you think is right. I like to go for this kind of setting so it flows a little bit better, so the notes have some room to breathe. Now, what we're gonna do next, we're gonna do some EQing. We're gonna ease off a little bit of the bass frequencies. We're gonna ease off also a little bit on the high frequencies because we're gonna do this later on in the actual Ableton EQ. Now, the last thing in Sylenth1 that we're gonna do is add a cutoff filter. We're basically gonna put it on AB, a low pass filter, and then we're gonna, similarly to the amp envelope, we're also gonna do something to the mod envelope. So make a little bit of a plug, playing around with the decay, sustain, and release. And then I like to tweak the knob all the way open and then take the cutoff down so we can play around with some cutoff effects, which you hear a lot in trance music. Now, this is a sound that we then have coming out of Sylenth1. It's not quite there yet, so what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna do some processing. We're gonna add some OTT, but as you can see, not too much because we don't want it to be over compressed. Then we're gonna do some EQing. I like to boost the highs a little bit, take a bit out of the 3K range, which is a range where the frequencies are really clashing with your ears. So take that down a bit and also take a bit out of the low frequencies. And then what's only left for us to do is add some reverb, but in this case also add some delay, because I like when playing fast notes with delay, you can make those notes move even more. And once you're done with that, you got a really cool uplifting trance synth. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this sound will help you in your creative endeavors. If you like what I do, hit that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. Should you want to support me as a creator financially, I have a Patreon where you can get fresh sounds every month. I even do some coaching one-on-one sessions. So if that's something that you're into, head over there and let's see if we can make some cool music together. That's all for me, this video, and I hope to see you all on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.